Hey there, it's Quinn with PTSD while black. I'm checking in because I had therapy today, and something came up for me of realizing that I'm still cutting myself. I'm still cutting myself. I'm not putting knives or blades to my skin, but I'm still habitually abusing myself either by staying in toxic relationships, compulsive eating, shopping instead of investing that money, or saving money. Um, yeah, these are some of the ways that I'm currently, or denying myself sexual expression. These are ways that I'm currently still hurting myself. But it became like vibrantly clear today that I'm still using the old solution that my 11-year-old self created um, when I had eaten a bunch of vegetables because I was having a brain week. Like, if it's not a one-step instruction, fuck it, I won't eat it. So put some Brussels sprouts in the microwave, cooked them, added some seasoning and some cheese. I ate vegetables, and then I immediately afterwards, had to have sugar and ate an inordinate ton of sugar. And what I realized for me is that it's like I'm counteracting this thing that says Quinn matters. I value Quinn. There is still this part within me that says self-destruct. You're not worthy. You are not enough. And so I just became very clear of the insanity of what was showing up for me. And what's been going on out here. I'm in California, so I'm near the wildfires. And surviving a house fire is one of my traumas. So, Quinn, you've been traumatized. You're triggered. You've got PTSD, and you're reacting to it or using the coping mechanism that you had when you were 11 years old. Instead of allowing myself to say, I'm afraid, I don't feel safe, I'm concerned, I'm anxious. Instead of reaching out to somebody else, instead of journaling, went back to food as the solution. And the other thing that I was doing, oh my God, binge watching episodes on Netflix and shopping online, filling shopping carts, but not actually spending because I knew something was fucking wrong with me. Um, but I saw that I was doing these things, and what in reality is I was trying to obtain safety and connection. That's what I realized today during therapy. I was trying to obtain safety and connection, which that's what my mother provided for me when I was a child. She was someone who did provide a roof over my head and food on the table, and that was safety and connection for me. But she wasn't the strongest at providing emotional security and expression. So I think that if I'd had that as a kid, it might have been available as a coping mechanism of secure emotional expression. And I just get to forgive myself for repeating this pattern. Even though as an adult, I have learned these new coping skills that when I am highly triggered, I can slip back into the old patterns. And that's all that's happened this week. I can't just beat myself up and go, ooh, you ate a bag of vegetables and then immediately afterwards you had pastries. And I don't eat pastries normally, so that's how I know something's fucking up. If it's not chocolate, what the hell? Um, but being able to name it and own that this is what I'm doing. Um, Instead of beating myself up, to be able to say, Quinn, I see you. You're okay. It's okay for you to be hurt. It's okay for you to be afraid. It's okay for you to be angry because of this uncertainty. You're valuable. Your needs and opinions are valued. And that's what I need to say to myself, versus ignoring it. Because doing things like shopping, scrolling Facebook, or binge watching TV, that's ignoring my feelings. And that's great for other people. Other people can do that. I'm not of the variety who gets to do that. And I need to accept that about myself. Because I've liked the effect that's been produced by using social media and shopping and overeating and watching TV. I like that effect of numbness because it's what I'm used to. But there's this new effect that's available to me of expression, of vulnerability, of connection, compassion, patience, and understanding, which is so much greater than anything that I can buy or anything that I can consume. Yeah. So I'm realizing like part of my action plan or part of my new norm is first acknowledging I don't like the feeling that's going on right now, or I don't feel safe. And two is for me to validate myself. And three, do some outreach and validate myself with another person, whether that's my mentor or a family member or friend. But this is part of what my healing and my recovery looks like versus being in isolation and solving it with 11 the solutions that my 11-year-old self created. It doesn't work. The solutions that my 5-year-old self created, they don't work. I'm 39. Yeah, 39. I have some new opportunities that are available, new tools in my belt that I can use. And the other thing that I'm realizing too is within these new realities is the brain injury stuff where I might be very forgetful. I've been extremely forgetful this week. And that's part of my new normal, and I get to still love myself despite that I may forget things. That I still love myself. I'm still capable of taking care of me. It just may be at a slower pace. And I get to praise myself for being willing to come forward and do that for me. Um, yeah, so that's where I am today. Till next time, friends. Peace.